Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Here we are again to play, and today we're going to play with some ribbon. I'm going to be making some bow toppers for my lanterns. Now I'm not making big elaborate bow toppers with swags and all of that. I want something just sort of like an interim bow topper that we can add to or take away from later. Now that I've taken the Christmas things off. In the summertime, especially the one in the kitchen, I probably put something more elaborate on, maybe go with a bumblebee theme and so on and so forth. But for today, we're going to just do some pretty little toppers and maybe add a few florals to it. Now I have not one, not two, but three lanterns that I'm going to try to put bows on today. I'm not stylizing the inside of the lantern here on the video. I will show you what they look like after I've got them all set up where they're going. But let's get started and see if we can get some bows made for these lanterns. Be right back. I'll bring you down to the desk. Now here's what I've done. I've kind of looked at my stash of stuff to see what I might want to use on each one of the lanterns, and I've put them in baskets so that we can kind of work from the basket. This is the one that's going to go in the kitchen. Okay. This one is going to go in the family room, and the colors in that room are primarily blues. And then in the living room, they're kind of burgundies and beige. So I have a basket right here. This is the one I'm going to start with. Now you notice I have a piece of mesh here. I'm going to put this in the bow, a ruffle. And that is because there's a wreath on the living room wall, and I'll insert a picture of that right here. And you can see that that wreath is made with the frayed burlap. And so I'm going to try to incorporate a piece of that in this bow. So I'm going to make a typical ruffle. I cut this at 20 inches. And I'm just going to ruffle it up. Actually, just like I did for the... And it's got like a little birdie. I'm going to put this down on the bow maker because it's easier to keep that while I'm working on the ribbons. Now, I don't have a lot of ribbon, but I have some of the ribbons that were in that wreath. A burgundy and then a plain with a star, burgundy star. So I'm going to try to use this ribbon and see if we can get a little bit of a bow. Get the basket out of the way. Okay, I'm going to start with not too much of a tail because I don't want these really hanging down on top of the lanterns. And I'm going to, I don't have to twist this ribbon. So I'm hoping I can get 4 loops. Oh, I think I can, no problem. Matter of fact, yeah, yes, I'm good. Matter of fact, I can get, I think, 6 loops, so we'll go for it. And I'm just going back and forth. And this is a nice burlap type of ribbon. And I'm twisting the last one so that the tail will be going in the right direction. So that's worked out well. Let's put some of this one on. Now this one I will have to twist. So I'm going to go down and twist it as I put it in, so that it's all ready to go back for the next one. And I'm making these a little shorter than the other ones. I'm going to go down and I'm going to twist it as I put it in. Twist it as I put it in. Twist it. And twist it. I think we'll get one more on each side. Twist it. And I'm not twisting this last one because the tail is going in the right direction. Get this one cut a little shorter. Okay, I think I'm going to use a zip tie for this one. And I'm going to put the zip tie down under everything, including that mesh. Got to lift it up just a little bit. And I'm going to pull it up. Let me just get it started here. I've got it a little bit tightened, but not all the way. And I didn't save me a piece to wrap it on the lantern a second. I didn't save a piece, but I have some of this plain that I think oh, and I won't get a piece out of that either. Okay, we'll work for another one. Oh, let's see. Well, this one's new, so I know I have enough of that. And I'm just going to cut a little piece to wrap around the lantern. And before I tighten this all the way, I'm going to put this underneath that zip tie. Okay, now we're going to tighten it up. And we're going to see what we shall see here. Dum. Okay, let's get this tied on. Lantern number 1. I'm going to bring you up so you can see the top of the lantern. Here are the big trucks, that's the rubbish trucks going around. I kind of like the whimsy of that mesh in there. With the exception that I had the bow on upside down. I like that. I like it a lot. And let's just see what we might add into it. I'm thinking maybe some cotton. I like that. Let's get some glue on it. It's all right. And the Windex up on the counter. Oh my goodness. I turned that glue pot off instead of down, so I'm going to have to wait a couple minutes. Let me just let that heat up again. We'll be right back. Okay, it's smoking now. So we'll get a little glue on this. It goes from smoking to off. I'm putting this into the bow, not the lantern. And you know I'm going to cut that one a little shorter. Okay. Haven't used the glue pot in a while. Got some little cat and nine tails. See if I can get a couple of those in. And just a few little flowers. I'm thinking one little flower right in here. Alrighty, I call that done. Number one, I love it. It looks perfect and it'll look just great with that wreath. So I'm going to move that one out of the way. And we'll go on to the family room. All right, let me bring you back down. Whoops, sorry. Crash bang. Okay, I like that mesh on that one, so I'm going to try another piece on this one. I haven't cut this one yet, but we can do that right now. And I'm going to cut it at 20 inches. First I will get a clean edge here. This is some leftover mesh. But it's another soft one, so it should ruffle nicely. Okay, up the middle. You get to practice your ruffle making along with your bow making. Now this one, I have this cute truck ribbon, and I'm going to make the bow, I think, all out of the same ribbon. Now I'll show you what I'm going to do with this one, because it has a pattern. So I'm going to leave about a 6-inch tail, and I'm going to go around and pinch. And I'm not going to twist it. I'm going to just bring it up to the middle and pinch. And that one needs to be a little bigger. And to see, that gets the trucks all facing in the same direction. So now on the top, I'm going to go to the back. Okay. And on the bottom, I'm going to come up. On the top, I'm going to go to the back. And on the bottom, come up. I'm going to do one more on the top. I'm going to go to the back. And on the bottom, got it pinched and I twisted it by mistake. Okay. On the bottom, I'm just going to come up. And I'm going to set it all down in here. I didn't need the second one. Get a zip tie. Go under the mesh. I'm going to use some of this plain blue to tie it on the lantern to make a pretty bow. So I will get this the zip tie went through the mesh. Let me get it around it. Okay, I will get this started. And I will pull it up, put it to the back. Take my ribbon, go through and tighten her down. There you go. Easy peasy. Let's get it tied on. Whoops, let's get this thing cut off first. I'm always trying to leave those on. Well, this one I think I have enough to make a bow. You have to put it, get it as tight as you can. How cute is that already? Make this one a little shorter. Well, yeah. I think I'm only going to put one of those. There you go. Perfect. Number 2. All right, I'm going to have to maneuver this around. I'll be right back. Okay, now this last one I'm trying to make a simple bow, and I'm sorry, I thought I had you on record and I did not, with this sunflower, and I just want the tails to hang down. I was able to get 2 loops on each side with that. Now I'm going to add some of this, but I don't want tails on this one. So I'm just going to put a little in, twist it, bring it over, twisting it, bring it over, twisting it, bring it over, twisting it, this ribbon is from the Dollar Tree, the plain one, not the sunflowers. And I really like it. Every time I see it out, I pick up a couple of rolls. It makes nice bows. And I'm going to put 3 because I have plenty. And it seems to be a fairly good quality. And I'm just going to cut it short because I don't want a tail. All right, one more time with the zip tie, and I will use some of this to tie it on the lantern. This is kind of thick. Get the lace on the top. Now what I'm trying to do with this one is I want this to be a little bit to the side. I'll fix it some more when I get it on the lantern. I didn't cut that very pretty. Okay, now I want these to come down the side of the lantern. So I'm going to maneuver this one over here and have that one come down with it. Think I should get rid of the zip tie? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It looks kind of cute sit up there. I'm going to cut this piece off in here so it doesn't stick out. And let's see. Goodness sakes. What we can see for this. I'm going to get that a little shorter. I like adding the greenery onto this one. A little different. So there you go. Number 3. I love it. Of course, this one will usually sits in a tray, so the tray hasn't been stylized either. Well, let me get all 3 of these and put them side by side, and you can see the whole thing. Be right back. So here you are. Now they're sitting on my bar, excuse me, but it was a good place for me to be able to set them out side by side. I think they came out great. Just what I was looking for. The family room. The living room. And the kitchen. Perfect. Okay, I'll be back in just a minute with a few parting words. See you in a bit. So there you go. So what do you think? I think bows can be fun. And they are perfect for what I wanted right now. Something not too elaborate. No big swags, no hiding the lanterns. Just pretty little bow toppers to bring out some spring colors. So I'm about excited now to put them around. I don't have my kitchen table ready for one yet, so it'll take me a couple of days to get that done. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you'd give me a thumbs up on this video if you did enjoy it. If you're new here and would like to hang around, see what else I get into, hit that subscribe button and the bell, and you'll be notified every time I come out to play. So that's all I have for you today. I'll be back Sunday with the second of Simple Suppers, and we'll have some fun in the kitchen. Until then, have a great afternoon, and everybody play nice now. Bye-bye.